I have the capacity for learn. I'll use my hands because it helps me explain myself. I have the capacity for learning. Here it is. Yes, here. Okay. When I was a child, a very young child, not even 10, not even 8 or 7, this capacity for learning was filled with pain, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, violence, sadistic punishments, and it stayed open for some reason. And in there, along with the sadistic punishments and sexual abuse and verbal abuse and mental abuse and emotional abuse, came intelligence. Now we're sprinkling it in. And now we take the intelligence shaker and we unscrew the cap with the holes in it and we pour it in. We pour, but still little, but more than the sprinkling. And we pour in the intelligence, the the intel, not intelligence, because the intelligence is here. Here comes the intel, but it's being poured in from a shaker, but it's the top is off. And so you have this intelligence, this capacity for intelligence here that was the base of this. The not the base is here, the capacity. The first level was abuse and sadistic punishments and violence. But on top of that, now we have a layer cake of Tammy. We have information about the world, about people, and those layers are not intermingling. Okay? They are just there, settled in their own different layers. Yes? Slowly but surely, each grain of each level starts shifting. Why did this shift occur? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I can't tell you. When I know, I will tell you. Um, and so the knowledge, we'll call it, just to give it a general term, the knowledge, the grains of knowledge started flowing in into the pebbles of abuse and sadism and violence. And so the brain cells are talking to each other, the eyes are moving back and forth. And after we run away from home, we think, I know how to hurt people. We got the information, we've been practiced on. We could practice hurting other people then because we're hurt. Yes, someone said it best, hurt people hurt people. And because these sadistic ways included biblical references, I know that there is a passage in the Bible that says, vengeance is mine, although thus said the Lord. I know that someone said, vengeance is mine, and I said, well, today I shall be the Lord. And I said, vengeance shall be mine. So I made a promise to myself. And I said that anyone who hurts me, I'll hurt you, as in the Bible says, 7 times 7. See, that's the thing about when you tell someone something or when you try to teach someone something. Once you open that door, you can't, with 100% certainty, say how that information will manifest later, how that information will blossom and grow in that person's life. You can only give them the information. As much as people like to control the lives of others through many paths and channels, you can't. You can't control the information in someone else's life. So while I was raised to fear God, I do not, because I actually have many conversations, daily conversations with this God that I was raised to fear. And though this God deserves my respect, I will not fear this God, because that is not the way. Even though that is what we were all taught, this is not correct. Um, and so while I was afraid at that time, because it said, "Thus saith the Lord," so this is a very powerful sentiment that is evoked when you read this. "Thus saith the Lord." And, I was afraid then. I was like, oh my God, God is going to strike me down. I can't take vengeance on anyone. But the rage was there. So I said, I could get people. I could actually get people. And I got so excited. And even now, talking about it, I feel some excitement, because I said, I know how to get people. I mean, for goodness sake, they raised me like this. They would beat me all the time, starve me. They knew I was afraid of the dark, so they would put me in the attic in the dark. And they would tell me about the demons and stuff. So that was nice. Real nice parenting. Um, so yeah. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say today. These are my morning thoughts. And I like to have these conversations with myself. I'm the only one in here, actually. There was a thunderstorm here last night. And yeah. So no, I'm not talking to anyone. I know that's just going to further people's theory, synopsis, conclusion of me that I am insane. But kind of don't give a fuck anymore. Kind of haven't given a fuck for a while. Kind of just tired of everyone at this point in my life. And the people who I'm not tired of, they know who they are. And they know what I mean, because some of them have been there through the times when I've experienced shit. They've gone through shit themselves, so they know the vibes. But I am tired of people. I've had so much shit happen to me because of other people. And even when I isolate myself from other people, they still find a way. They still find a way to try to break you and try to get in your life and fucking obliterate every piece of who you are. And they can only do this if they know that you know who you are. See, when you don't know, and I was talking to myself, and yes, I talk to myself every day. So there, you can, I don't give a fuck anymore. Um, when you don't know who you are, like, other people can see that, yeah? And they kind of leave you alone, kind of. Some people will still fuck with you, though, because they're like, well, she doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know who he is. I can tell them who they are. This actually is a tactic that people use in life to mold people and to manipulate them into what they want them to be. So there's that. But once you know who you are, people can also see this. Even though a lot of people, as I've said in the past, they are quite uneducated and they refuse to educate themselves, even though many of us have access to this information now, but people are still refusing to grab onto this freedom, and they are choosing to stay ignorant. Okay. For some reason, somehow, some way, they can see in you, because I think this is just an instinctual thing. It's a very primal thing that we can see in each other. That they see you know who you are. Just like when you have in the lion kingdom, and I think in the gorilla kingdom as well, you have like the one will attack the other one because he wants to be the leader. But you see, they see in this other gorilla, lion, even in other animals, they do it too. Uh, so we see as humans, because we're not too far off from the animals, even though we like to think we're very superior to them, we're not. Anyway, moving on. Humans see in each other this identity security, if you will, and they don't like it. So they will attack you because of this. And, try to make you doubt yourself and hate yourself, because that's how they feel about themselves. And my solution, well, one of my solutions or options, if you will, is that I choose to stay away from people most of the time. But sometimes that's impossible. I have to go grocery shopping. I have to do things. I have to take care of stuff. So, yeah. But I am not having a good time right now. This has not been a good time for me mentally. So I am struggling, and I am aware of this. And I realize that the place where I am physically, geographically, is no longer good for my mental health. It is not. And I can also feel the energy from other people, and this is not good. It's not good energy. It's not. So I need to make moves to remove myself from this. And I pray what I pray for. I will keep that private, because people also pray for your downfall. Be aware of this. And so I pray what I pray, and I know that what will happen will happen. And I am grateful to the universe for what it does.